Right boys, hello and welcome back to another video. As always, it's your boy Money Mace, and what I'm taking you through today is chatting. How to make more money on the chats for your OnlyFans management agency. As a lot of you know, this is typically where 80 to 90% of the revenue generated on accounts is generated. So that's why it's important that you take this seriously, take in the valuable notes, the little key points that I'm going to be dropping you guys today to ensure that you can implement them to your agency. You can make way more money. A lot of guys are out here getting like 1-to-1, 1-to-2 ratios. Imagine your ratio was like 1-to-8, 1-to-9. It's an instant like 7x on whatever money you're already making. So take this in. We're going through a few notes and we're going through the level of detail, how to intro chatting, different types of subscribers, bunch of different points that you need to be taking on and implementing as fast as possible. Because at the end of the day, what is the point in listening to me here blabber on about a bunch of information I'm giving away to you for free that you can implement to make more money if you don't actually go and action it, right? As always, I'm Mason. I run a 6-figure per month OnlyFans management agency, and I'm just on here giving some free value back to guys who are struggling in the industry. If you want to find out a little bit more about my personal life and where you can find more information about me, check the links below. I have my Telegram channel where I drop free daily game, a little bit more of my interpersonal life where you can start implementing, again, some game on a closer level, my Instagram and stuff like that. You can find my personal life and, again, some more motivation and lifestyle for you guys who are there needing the reassurance that I am who I say I am. Nonetheless, let's get into it. So, starting off, the first point we're going to cover is understanding subs. So, subscribers. So these are people that are obviously coming into your accounts, the men or even some females subscribe, people who come into your accounts and are there to speak with your model. You've got to remember the frame in which they are coming into your account. So when they come to your model's page, let's say her name's Katie. I've been using this example for a lot of people. So let's say they come to Katie's account and she's a hot model online and they're really interested to talk to her. You've got to remember, they're there for 9 times out of 10, the service of speaking to the model. So this is why the chats are so important, because they can go online and get porn for free. They can go and get this explicit content for absolutely no cost, and they can get some really vulgar and really niche content, whichever they are looking to find, but they're not. They're here to fill that void in their life. They want that emotional connection with the model. So that's what you're going to play on. This is how you're going to be able to generate significantly more amount of money. So subscribers, understanding, I realize this handwriting is going to be terrible, understanding them. So the first thing that you're going to do when a subscriber comes into your page is you want to understand why he's there. Right? You want to have a welcome, an intro script for the subscriber when he comes in so that, the guy comes in the door. Maybe you have like a welcome message, an automatic welcome message. Hey, how are you? Something simple. I've seen so many different people like optimizing with, I don't know what welcome message use. Bro, use something simple. What would a girl physically have on her page? She's not going to be putting no mad manipulative thought into it. You can play around with some creative ones like, oh my God, you're my 100th subscriber. I always said I was going to get OnlyFans to notify me when this happened and give you a freebie. Most guys might know it's bullshit or it looks like some AI bot or whatever it is anyway. They're already suspect of this shit in the industry anyway. So you make it want to seem super simple, like a girl writes it herself, she's just gone on the platform like she's new to this shit. This is going to help with your frame down the line and selling as well. So, like I say, you want to understand the subscriber when he comes through the door. Because this subscriber might be there because he just wants to see the hot model content. So when you speak with them, you have that intro script. Say, hey, how are you? The chatter online is getting to know the subscriber. He's getting to now retrieve a certain level of detail from that subscriber in order to essentially use it back against him later, or to fulfill his service to a better standard as such. It's not always a bad thing that you're getting the level of detail of this guy to just make sure that he has a better experience in the account. So nonetheless, he's going through, he says, you'll say, hey, how are you? What brought you over to my page? He might just turn around and say, you've got a fat ass, and that's what I was over here for. Boom, now you know that you can play on that when you're having the conversation. I'm going to keep saying you, but this is what you're going to relate to your chatters. When you or your chatter is having the conversation with him, they know that this is his trigger point in order to get him excited, in order to get him to engage with the model, in order to maybe even get him to buy some content because it's arse related, to do with her juicy arse, whatever this guy is obsessed with her about. All right, so that's point 1. Understanding the subscriber, then getting a level of detail of him. How to go about this further is when you're getting the level of detail of him, you might say, for example, what he likes. Right? The fat ass, the big titties, whatever it is. Then you might go around and say, what fantasies he has. So on OnlyFans, these guys can express their weird little kinks and whatever it is. They don't have to, conform to the normal societal constraints of talking to this model online and being judged for it. They can go ahead and be a little bit more outlandish. And they can in these OnlyFans chats. So provoke that out of him, get him excited. The more he has an emotional reception to the model, the more he is excited to speak with her, the more when he gets that message from her, he's like, oh wow, yeah, boom, like that emotional kind of heightening. Yeah, he's going to be then more excited to spend with her in the future. So if you can tailor this experience for him to be the best thing ever, why is he not going to want to spend money with you? A lot of people will overlook basic business premises, right? Imagine I'm selling you a service, right? And I'm just giving you, like I am now, I'm giving you the best service away for free. I'm giving you a taster of what I already got. That's the marketing side of content. So now when they come into the page, if they're going to further get an even better experience, a better level of service, a better level of product, the explicit content or non-explicit if your model doesn't agree with that and you have to obviously sell in certain frames on that aspect, then he's going to be happy to pay for it. He's already paid a subscription price to see a little bit more. Now he's excited with what he's getting. Now he's getting the service of amazing chatting. This hot model's really interested in him. He's never had a girl interested in him in his life. And now he's, speaking with her, dropping game on her, right? Whole time it's your chat on the other side, just like, not mocking him, but like taking the chat and giving it back. So what fantasies he has, so you can play into these. Maybe he's got, I don't know, there's a bunch. And there's a bunch of weird ones out there as well. Just make sure you and your chatters are prepared for the ones that come your way. So understand subscribers, getting the level of detail of him, understanding what he likes. And then again, so the next thing is the level of detail is, okay, right, get some more details about this guy who's coming into the account. Is he a lorry driver? Does he work at KFC? Does he have a cute dog? Does he go and play football on the weekends? Take these notes on inflow. And then you might be able to say, so now Sunday comes around, right? And he's gone and play, he plays football on a Sunday every morning with the lads. You message him, like after the game, he's messaging her, oh, how was the game at football, babe? Da-da-da. Right? The guy's going to be like, oh my God, she's the one. She's the absolute one. Now when he gets later at night and he gets lonely, he gets bored, he's got Monday morning, tomorrow he's pissed off. He might be like scrolling like, oh, he's still speaking to this hot girl. If you then say something that provokes him to get in that mood, like, oh babe, I'm really bored as well, but I've had no one to satisfy me recently, da-da-da. He's going to be like, oh shit, like now it's my time to shine. He gets into a horny conversation with her, script gets loaded, chatter gets speaking to him, and you already know what he likes. He likes the big ass, and so now you can play on that in the script, and jobs are good. But because you've given that, the value first, right? It's like business. You give the value first in terms of a good service, he's going to want to then spend with you later. Right, so the level of detail that you go into is what is really going to nurture and get you them high spenders on the account. So not just anyone deserves this level of detail. If the KFC worker who's not spent any money in 6 months and he's still just wanting to see her full explicit body doing the madness for free, he doesn't deserve anything. He deserves to be blocked. Don't waste your time with him because your chatter can then put your time and attention to somebody who spends that amount of money, that goes through the full script, is super excited and happy and thanks her for it, and then gets rewarded with the better level of experience because it's just nurturing that relationship so he'll spend more down the line. So the level of detail. Again, I'm only just going to go through a few brief points here today that it's going to help your chatting because to go into a full breakdown in the course, you know where that is. Message me if you want further details on how you can get started, full A to Z in OnlyFans management and actually get the full in-depth level breakdown. I'm just scratching on the surface now to ensure that people who are even new in the game or even pre-existing the game just get that refresher in their minds, or this is completely new information and now you understand how to better control the frame of your chat. So that's what I'm actually going to get into next, is frame. So the frame that you have in your chatting. So you might have a model, right? Super hot, blonde, you don't have to be blonde or brunette, super hot model, right? 10 out of 10. And the frame that you're going to have in that is when you're speaking with the guy, he's almost going to always feel a little bit inferior, some hot girl. Right? It's the dynamic, it's the social dynamics of the way we live in life now. Unfortunately, that's how we make our money if you're watching this video. So you've got to play onto kind of a level of prestige, that you're giving it away to him, but it's still, she has that pedestal of exclusiveness, right? And then that's what you're going to play on. Secondly, so you have a young model, you brand your model as young, you're going to play into a more innocent niche, like, oh my God, I never do this. This is super exclusive. I never let anybody see this type of content. Whole time, she's been doing it for like 2-3 years. Maybe you've branded her as younger and she's not even that young, So it's just, she's on the platform anyway, so you might as well help her out and make the most out of the money in these chats. that subscriber's come through the door, he's willing to spend, he's shown an interest already, he's a warm lead as such. So make sure that he's optimized, make sure that he's nurtured as a client or a customer for this model, and is well serviced, and he spends the most amount of money. So the frame, that's how you're then able to get a lot more money from these guys. So the way that you are portrayed in the chats, maybe you've got a super fat model, right? Maybe you're selling mukbangs of her eating food or something. Like the frame that you're then going to be there is a bit more disgusting, a bit more outlandish and grievous, rather than that cute innocent girl, because big girls, maybe they're not so innocent. Lights turned off. So the frame in which you are carrying out your chatting on the account and what's it called, tailoring it to your model. Maybe you've got a domination model. You're not going to be playing into a cute frame there. You're going to be absolutely ruining these subscribers, talking to them, like abusing them almost to give you money, the pay pigs, whatever it is. So make sure that you're tailoring that in order so that it all makes sense. Getting on to another point. There's one here. This one's key. And this is what I'm actually just going to leave you with today, because I just wanted to make a quick video on people who struggle with chatting. This one here. Imagine the sauce I'm giving away here. Send more pay-per-views. People don't even understand this. They'll be like, oh my God, my chatters aren't really making much money on shift. How many pay-per-views are they fucking sending? I imagine they probably could send about 20, 30% more pay-per-views. And imagine if you just got like a 10% higher unlock rate because there was more available in the conversation. Maybe the chatters aren't pushing the conversation there enough yet. Maybe they're just not really confident enough to pull the trigger. Tell them to pull the trigger and send that pay-per-view. Start small, increase it higher. Once that guy got comfortable with unlocking the $5, $6, $7, $8, I don't mean $8, $5, $10, $15, $25, maybe then he goes on to spend the $50, the $75. Maybe he'll eventually get comfortable enough with spending the $150, the $200 videos. But sending more pay-per-views is a direct way to sell more pay-per-views. It's not rocket science. Too many people overlook that one, and it's super funny. But I noticed this in our chatting a long while ago. Our chatters just weren't sending enough pay-per-views. There was enough opportunity there. There's enough subscribers in the account. We had high traffic accounts. However, the sales weren't being made. I'm like, well, why is that? The chatters were just chatting. They got too used to just conversating with these guys, and without funneling it into a conversation where explicit content can obviously be sold to a horny nature, where that guy's going to be in the mood to see the model in a more explicit state and then go on to actually sell him the content and fulfill that service. So sending more pay-per-views is a direct way to make more money. And this is, don't take this as like, you can just send them randomly. You can't just send a random pay-per-view. You've also got to be in the conversation and funnel the conversation a certain way to be able to do so. But when that first stage has been done, you've got to be sending more pay-per-views. And then you can obviously deal with things like objection handling. I'm not going to matter. Then you can deal with things like objection handling with the guy's not got money, or if he doesn't get paid till next week, you've got to really then you can go into some emotional manipulation where it's maybe, you know, oh, what, do you not think I'm worth it? Oh my God, I can't believe you're putting X, Y, Z over me. I really thought I meant a lot more to you. I can't believe I've just done this for you and then you're not even going to unlock it. All this type of stuff, right? And he's going to feel guilty, like guilt tripping him into buying it. But you don't want to be doing this too much. Realistically, you want him to be buying it off his own back so he does have that happy level of service. But obviously there are objection handles that you can come down to down the line if you have issues. So this here is just a few ways you can directly make way more money when chatting. There was a few gems I've just skimmed over in this point of this video. But the main points that we're going to go through is, so welcoming the subscriber into the, so first impressions, welcoming the subscriber into the account. That's one. Details is another. So the level of detail that you're then gathering off the subscriber, the level of detail that you're putting into your chatting as well. So you've got to believe that there's a real girl on the other side. So frame. So how your model is portrayed online to how she is then in the chat. Domination, sweet, cute, innocent, super hot model. Just a few there off the top of my head. Level of detail, so what he explains to the model, maybe he turns around and says, yeah, I do X, Y, and Z, and he's a big spender, and my dog's called Coco. Remember that, how's your dog in the morning? Some sort of message like this is going to make him think, oh my God, this girl actually cares about me. She cares about my life and whatever, because he doesn't usually experience that. That's why he's on OnlyFans. The frame, and then send more pay-per-view. These 4 points here are key, they're crucial, and look, there's a bunch that I can break down in a lot further detail. Obviously, I'm not going to for the purpose of this video. I just want to keep you guys engaged and give you just a rough overview of ways that you can increase your chatting immediately. Obviously, you can go into things like chatters per sub per day. You can go into certain metrics like this, but you're not maybe you're not on this level yet. This is more advanced stuff. This is just literally basic stuff that you can implement today. Another one which I'll quickly go into, send more pay-per-view pricing, which relates back to the level of detail, because you might know that he's a banker from London. Yeah, you can price them pay-per-views a lot higher. He works at KFC, you're gonna have to price them a lot lower. So understanding that little caveat as well, I thought that would be too basic, but a lot of people overlook it. So it's another quick and easy one for you. Again, if you found anything in this video valuable, check out the links down below. And if you want to go ahead and join a community of like-minded individuals, Earth Money, probably one of the best communities out there, I know, because I created it myself. And it took me a little while to create it because I wanted to make sure that I had this industry down packed right, which is why I've been able to generate over multi-six figures a month for multiple months now, over a year. And if you need any proof of that, you can drop me a message directly on Telegram. And ahead, if you want to go and book in a call directly with myself, I can see how we might be able to help you scale as an agency or get into the industry and begin and make the fastest progress possible. Always, it's been Money Mace.